Today's show is brought to you by DCUO fanboys, not to be confused with MMO fanboys, because you tried to throw bullshit at gamers and now the game has gone free to play. I tried to help you, telling you they weren't paying attention to detail and how they were doing it all wrong, but you got mad over some outdated video game models and support this shit, knowing SOE isn't in the best interest of the gamer, which means you aren't as well. And you call yourselves fans of superheroes? Your actions say completely different, which even has them ashamed of you. YouTube Nation, me and TV, aka Me TV, aka the last man standing, aka I told you you would kneel before Zod, and this is what happens when you don't listen to the fans.
Sir.
No! As much as I would like to rub that in Chris's face, you know, that arrogant prick from SOE who was doing all those interviews trying to say that pay to play was the way to go and it was trying to be justified and hype you guys up, yeah, well guess what, I can't, because he's been pulled from the project. That's right, Chris is gone. Jens is still there, but Chris is gone. Understand that. Also, the VP of SOE is gone. He jumped ship while it was sinking. Understand, guys, that heads are rolling, and I predicted all of this, and you can't say I haven't. Now, before I go even further, I want to say right now that since the news has been released, all right, the circus is over. And I say that because every clown came out of the woodwork and all of a sudden had to have their opinion on the matter. That's right, I don't give a fuck about your half-assed apologies. I don't care about your emails that you keep sending me saying, well, you know, I'm sorry that I acted like a dick to you, but I still think you're wrong that it should be free to play. Come on, guys. And then last week, let's get in this. Last week, a guy came into one of the videos and said, I want to see where they said it was supposed to be free to play. That's what he said. Mind you, guys, my original gripe with this was that SOE lied to the fans, and we're talking people who were there from day one like me. We're not talking about a bunch of you guys who jumped on the wagon afterwards, all right? I'm talking day one concept art. All right, that's all I'm talking about right now. That's what I'm talking about, the fans that, you know, that stuck by this through thick and thin. Not the guys who came along all of a sudden and said, well, the model's great. No, fuck you. All right, I'm not talking to you guys because you guys weren't even there. All right, I said that SOE changed the business model and it was unfair because that's how they got their hype generated. Once they saw all the fans coming and said, hey, this is going to be free to play, that's when they switched the model. And you guys said, well, if it's pay to play, it's quality. It's automatically quality because it's pay to play. And then, like I said, a lot of you guys came in and said you wanted proof. Well, you want proof? I got your proof today for you. That's right. I got your proof today for you. All right. John Smedley of SOE says, this is the right business model. If I can be honest, the game ended up costing a lot more than it would. And I told you this because they paid off for that fucking all-star voice acting that you didn't need and all that bullshit. But you didn't want to listen. I want you to listen to this last part, all right? I want you to listen to this real good. It says, and this was our preferred business model from day one. Day one. You know what that means? That means it was free to play from the beginning and they changed it. So all you guys who didn't believe me and thought I was lying, fuck you. Like I said, I don't give a shit what you have to say now. Don't come running back. You burnt the bridge. Deal with it. That's life. All right? But let's keep moving. Let's keep moving, all right? Because that's not all. I said to you guys before that this model, this pay-to-play model, was outdated. What did I say to you guys? I said the days of coming home from work or coming home from school, those days, and then it's spending what, 5, 6, 7 hours afterwards and playing, you know, to make sure you get your money's worth for the next month, those days are over. I said it was outdated. They need to evolve. And you guys said, no, they don't need to evolve. It's been like this all the time. It should stay like this. And I said, just because it's like that in that model doesn't mean that it was okay. However, here's some more news. John Smedley again. Let's get into this. It says, from our perspective, the business model has evolved. Anyways, it says, particularly on the PS3, we got a lot of feedback from users who said they'd love to give this game a try, but for the monthly fee attached to it, it wasn't worth it. Meaning, the gamers stepped up and spoke. And every time a gamer stepped up and spoke against it, you guys came in with your insults and saying you're just whining. And I told you, there's no way you can say that if we don't say anything, they'll label us sheep. If we say something, you know, against it, all of a sudden we're whining. You can't have it both ways, but you didn't want to hear that. So the PS3 users voiced that very loudly, and we listened to them, and we decided to give this model a try. All right, understand that. They gave this model a try. It says, we think long-term especially, it will be more advantageous. That's what it says, all right? Or it says advantageous, I should say. It says, to the players. Understand, the players won. The gamers won. The community won. And when I mean community, I don't mean the YouTube community. No, I mean the gaming community. All right? Anybody who tried to cause a divide between pay to play and free to play, that's not what this was about. That's what you guys made this. All right? Understand that you've been duped. And I say you've been duped because Jim Lee comes out, man, all you so-called MMO masters, hardcore MMOs, and try to say that DC Universe is a hardcore MMO. That's what you tried to say, right? And I told you, no, it was too simplistic. You didn't want to listen. Well, guess what? Jim Lee comes out and says, it's a very unique game in a sense that's very fast-paced and the game moves quickly. So I think it definitely appeals to the casual side, meaning casual gamers, meaning you've been duped, meaning it's not a hardcore game. And I tried to tell you that before, but you didn't want to listen, did you? Nah, you didn't want to listen. See, this thing, you think that right now I'd be laughing at you, but I'm not. I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed. And I tell you this because, guys, understand that what I'm doing here, you think I'm just lying to you? What do I gain from lying to you? What am I gaining? Nothing. See, the difference is there's a lot of people out there who will lie to you or just tell you their opinion, meaning they're just pulling shit out of their ass and just trying to sell it to you. Where I'm giving you legit facts and links and everything else. It's bullshit, all right? And yet you listen to them. It just goes to show you, I understand that a lot of gamers wanted this to be, go well and do well because, a lot of us are comic book fans. I understand this, all right? But you have to stop the blind following. It doesn't work for anyone. It just doesn't. And I say this because you should know by now, the way they're going about this, you could just tell the writing was on the wall. You just didn't want to see it. You didn't want to see it. All right, like I said, and I don't need anyone coming back to me now. And like I said, other YouTubers are already, all right, shut down their videos, have shut down their comments because they couldn't take it because of the backlash. Like I said, this is what happens when you talk all types of reckless when someone's just trying to help the community. All right, this is not about, oh, I won. No, this is a win for all of us. All right, and you should learn from that. And now, since it's gone free to play, or let's just say it's going to go free to play, all right, if you look at the fan base, crying. I told you before, anything you're saying to me is what you're, and saying that I'm wrong, you're saying SOE is wrong because this is where it's coming from. It's coming from them. So you're trying to defend SOE, but you're also saying they're wrong, which makes no sense. It makes you look ridiculous, but you don't want to listen. Like I said, business models, it's over. It's over. All right? Pay to play, it'll work in some senses, like I said, still, because there's still a hardcore fan base that are stupid enough to still pay for it. But it has evolved. Those days are over. People have lives. I can't tell you how many times, let's say just since the news broke, I've had around 500 emails. That's right, 5. I wish I took a screenshot of it. But, man, about half saying that, thank you for, saving me money. Thank you for, stepping up and saying something. These are parents, all right, and college students. Because if anyone had read the comments when these things were going on, I'm a college student, I gotta pay tuition, I gotta pay for books, I gotta do this, I wanna try the game, but I can't afford it, all right? Especially in this economy, and I don't wanna bring up the economy, I really don't, all right? But that was the problem, and parents didn't wanna pay for it and everything. I've had other people send me stuff, a bunch of links saying, DCUO is going free to play. And I had other guys that say, you know what, I didn't listen to you, I got my parents to pay for it, and now my parents are mad because I stopped playing it and they paid so much for it. But now they're starting to get happy again because it's going free to play. Now understand, I'm going to break down the models to you guys because that's what this is about, information and giving you the right stuff, all right? So let's start. The free to play model, it says new players will have access to the current gameplay in the DC Universe Online, including Gotham, Metropolis, raids, alerts, whatever. It says, with the ability to create 2 characters, join a league, and many other benefits. Free level players will be able to purchase downloadable game packs, updates, additional character slots, powers, and more through microtransactions. I don't have a problem with that. I told you guys before how that worked. It gives convenience. It gives the player control. You don't have to worry about sitting in the house and playing, especially when you're going out with friends and doing all kinds of stuff and activities. You can play at your leisure, all right? We know this already. Now, premium access. It says any player who has spent at least $5, including former paid subscribers, and new players who purchased $5 of in-game items, it says will qualify for premium level access. It says premium players will have more benefits available to them than the free level player, including additional character slots, which for me doesn't make it really that big of a difference because I'm only going to use one character probably anyway. It says additional inventory slots and higher cash limits. It says downloadable adventure packs, additional character slots, and more can be purchased in-game. Now let me say this now. Expansion packs, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Expansion packs should never be free because you're getting a whole new world. You should have to pay for those, okay? So for them to say that, I don't know, it really doesn't matter at this point for me, all right? Now it says, maximum features, this is a legendary package. Maximum features and benefits are included at this level. It says loaded with enhanced additional features. Legendary access will be available for $14.99 a month and includes all DLC packs at no cost. More than 15 character slots. Why do you even need that many character slots? But whatever. It says more than 80 inventory slots, the ability to form unrestricted size leagues, and many other benefits. All right, so guys, understand that pretty much this is what they're doing. They're going to walk you into it and hope that you pay. That's what it is. They're walking you into it, even though they've just said that free-to-play was the model from day one. Understand that. All right, what they're trying to do is they're trying to up their user base. That's all they're trying to do. They're just trying to create traffic first and then everything. Understand now, guys, if you really need a breakdown for this, there's a chart in the link in the info bar, all right, that breaks down everything. And if you have any frequently asked questions, it pretty much answers it at their website, okay? Now, we need to move on because I want to talk about this because, like I said, since then, I don't even think I need this. I really don't. Let's just talk about this, all right? I want to say that you guys have to realize that I'm disappointed in you. All right? Like I said, I could sit here and laugh, but I'm not. I'm disappointed because gamers shouldn't act this way. I've said this before. I'll say it again. Gamers should not act this way. It's bullshit that you guys even cause this type of divide. And we're talking about, yes, I'm talking about you Facebook fans, all right? Because I saw what happened with certain gamers. You were stalking them. You were getting groups together so that you can keep stalking people and because they didn't like what they didn't agree with your opinion. What the fuck is that? And you grown-ass men, seriously, there's no way you can make these type of videos and get this angry and bitchy over someone's difference of opinion. You're gonna be kidding me. Seriously, this is what I mean about people. They want to look like adults. They want to be treated like adults. They want to be respected as adults, but they don't want to act like adults. That's the problem today with gamers. Like I said, it never was like this. All right? Not until this generation. I'm not blaming the young people, but I'm blaming the way the companies try to sell things to you. That's what it comes down to, and idiots are buying into it. That's what it is. You have to be smart. I told you. It takes more than just, I'm a gamer because I play games. No, you have a responsibility. You have to understand that you have to be, I don't want to say nice to each other because that's wrong, all right? This isn't about holding hands. But you have to be tolerant of each other. You do have to respect each other to an extent, all right? Until someone acts like a dick, all right? But you have to understand, guys, that this is just not working. And for the guy who said, oh, well, if it goes free to play, enjoy your merged servers. Yeah, that Kevin Smith looking motherfucker. Let me tell you something, all right? The game merged servers while you were still paying for it. That was a red flag right there. All right? It went free to play in, what, 6-7 months? And another YouTuber, he even predicted it would go free to play within 6-7 months. He was right on the money. I didn't even predict that. I'm giving him credit. All right? So understand that people saw this coming. They did, and you didn't want to listen. This is on you, all right? That's what it comes down to. And a lot of you guys, I say this because I've been reading forums and everything, and you guys are saying, well, if it goes free to play, before, it was announced free to play. If it goes free to play, I'm not going to play it anymore. Bye. See ya. Go. See, don't come back. Don't come the fuck back. Don't come back. And some of you guys are saying, hey, that's fine. It's just more people for me to beat up. So, and I want to talk about that real quick because a lot of people are already saying that there's problems with hacking. Yeah, there's problems with freezes still. And I want to talk about this because anybody who's still thinking about getting this game downloaded, because you will be able to download it for free on the PS3, that's right, and the PC. You will. So you don't have to buy it, all right? Because like I said, if they decide, if worse come to worse, and they do decide to shut down the servers, you're not out of anything. It's free to download, all right? But understand, even in the beta took like, what, 14, 16 gigs? So I can only imagine with all the updates and a new, Green Lantern pack and all that, it's probably going to be a lot of time. Now, I will say this, depending on your internet speed, a lot of you guys got back to me about, whatever region or overseas you're at. Some of you guys don't have good internet connection, so it's going to take you forever, all right? So you can download this within anywhere from 3 to 4 hours to probably 16 to 21 hours, depending on your connection, all right? Understand, guys, it's going to take up a lot of your space. This is for all the people who want to try it out. Understand this. Then on top of it, since they're merged servers, there was already problems with the queue system. All right. Now with merged servers, for what I hear from pay-to-players, because like I said, you guys sent me all this information, all the pay-to-players. All right. So it's worse. So you'll have to sit in line even longer. And people are saying already they sat in line even longer. They're paying for the service, and as soon as they get in the game, they freeze. And then they gotta restart their computer or PlayStation, and then wait in line again, and then they freeze again. So understand there's a lot of headaches with it, and that's what you were getting with pay to play. That's what you were getting. All right. Now it's going free to play. So if there's any headaches, pretty much you're getting what you pay for at this point. All right, free or $14.99, it doesn't matter. You're still going to get the same problems, the same bugs. Now I would sit here and I would give a lot of suggestions to SOE on how they could fix their game, but I'm going to wait. All right, I'm going to wait because I want to see how they go about this, and I'm going to wait till probably holiday season to see if they actually treat the gamers really well, because they said they got a lot of surprises still up their sleeve, and we'll see what happens. All right, but guys, understand that this shouldn't have come to this. It really shouldn't have. Gamers should not be fighting with each other like this. And anyone who is fighting with each other over this shit, guess what? You're fucking pathetic. You're fucking pathetic. And like I said, you see, I said, Facebook page, again, the DCUO Facebook page, first they were banning people. I said, I've reported all this before, all right? Then you got grown-ass men yelling at little kids saying, well, if you can't afford it, you should go get a paper route and all that. Like, yeah, all right? Grown-ass men. No, that's not how adults act. That's not. You need to stop that shit. There's something wrong with y'all. If not, then get the fuck off the internet. What the fuck is wrong with you? All right? Like I said, all you do is try to destroy. While I try to build things, while I try to keep people together and try to help the community, and all you think about is your fucking self. That's all you think about. And guess what? That shit's going to catch up to you eventually. All right? Because I see that a lot. Well, it doesn't impact me, so I don't care. You're not gamers. You're not. You think you're the fucking man. You sit here, like I said, you send me all these messages saying, you know, I'm sorry, but I still think you're wrong. The fuck is that? It's stupid. Stop sending me shit. It's really fucking stupid. And then people want to make videos. I don't give a fuck. All right? The fact is, you guys are irrelevant as far as I'm concerned. You are. Now look, if you made a video and said, look, okay, I like it free to play. The guy has his opinion. Oh well, whatever. It's fine. That's fine. That's fine because we're all going to have a difference of opinion. But like I said, when you start acting like a dick, there's something wrong with you. There really is. Gamers, this is a win for us. Oh, and I want to stress this, all right? Because I've been getting a lot of emails about how I'm lucky. I was lucky it went free to play. Yeah, I was lucky it went free to play. So all the facts that I've given you from now wasn't leading up to this. Other people predicted it. It wasn't leading up. I guess they were lucky too, huh? I guess I was lucky when I announced that there would be an Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Was it 5 months before the original Marvel vs. Capcom 3 came out? I guess I was lucky when I said Codemasters would get hacked. And then the next week it happened, right? I guess I was lucky to tell you when I said EA would go free to play and that the model would change, and then EA said they were going to do it, huh? And you got mad at me. I guess I was lucky. Like I said, I can keep this going. All right, I can keep this going. All right, I guess I was lucky when I said that the online pass for EA wasn't about the used game market or online. It was about control. Now we're seeing it in single player games. Guys, it has nothing to do with luck. But if you still think I'm lucky, then I'll say one thing. I guess my luck's back, huh? See, you guys got nothing for me. All right, and it's not to rub it in your face, but understand that when you act up, I just let the proof show. That's all I need to do. I let the proof show. I don't need to come at you anymore. Y'all down here at this point. I'm up here. I'm going at the companies. I'm going at the developers. I'm going after all these other guys. You guys, I'm going at the mayors. Y'all see that already. Everyone's been watching my show. So, like I said, I'm on a different level, and I'm not saying it to put you down, but if you act up, then I'll treat you that way. That's simple. Anyways, guys, it's been a good day. No matter how much hate is coming my way, you can't take this from me. No matter how much you try to say, yeah, you're right, but it doesn't matter. It happened. It happened. That's all that matters. This is a win for the gamers, for all of us. You have to understand, like I said, if you stand together, as they've shown, they've said that they changed this because of the gamers. You stand together and we can make some changes. But if you still stay a slave to these corporations who don't give a shit about you, who just want to nickel and dime you, who don't even know your name, what's the point? You look stupid. Anyways, guys, that's my final say on it. The chapter is closed. I told you I had some unfinished business. This was one of them. It's done. Now it's time to move on to another company. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all be safe. I'm out.